Emily Wilson was 17 when she walked out of Lincoln High School for the last time. Not in a cap and gown, but with tears streaming down her face and a backpack full of failed test papers. The daughter of working-class parents who juggled multiple jobs, Emily had always struggled in traditional classrooms. While her classmates seemed to absorb information effortlessly, Emily's mind worked differently. She learned through stories, through hands-on experience, through connecting ideas in ways that standardized tests never measured. But in 2003, there was little room for different learning styles in the rigid educational system. Her parents, Susan and Robert, had worked hard to provide opportunities for their children's education. They took on overtime shifts at their respective jobs, dreaming of the day their daughter would become the first in their family to earn a college degree. The day Emily dropped out, their dreams seemed to crumble along with hers. Does this sound familiar? Maybe you felt like the system wasn't built for your kind of mind. Perhaps you've watched opportunities slip away because you didn't have the right credentials. Or maybe, like Emily, you've been told you're not smart enough, not focused enough, not good enough for higher education. Emily felt all of this and more. She watched her former classmates head to college while she took a job at a local coffee shop. Every day, she served customers who treated her as invisible, their degrees acting as shields of superiority. The pain was suffocating. The weight of unfulfilled potential, the shame of disappointing her parents, and the gnawing question, what if I really am just not smart enough? 6 months into her coffee shop job, Emily encountered Dr. Elena Rodriguez, a regular customer who always ordered the same thing, a simple black coffee and a warm smile for Emily. Unlike other customers, Dr. Rodriguez actually listened when Emily spoke. One quiet Tuesday morning, Emily confided her educational struggles to Dr. Rodriguez, expecting sympathy or pity. Instead, she received something revolutionary, a different perspective. Emily, Dr. Rodriguez said, have you ever considered that maybe you're not broken? Maybe the system is just not designed for minds like yours. Dr. Rodriguez shared her own story of learning differences and introduced Emily to the concept of multiple intelligences. She gave Emily a book that would change her life, The Art of Learning by Josh Waitzkin. This book revealed that true learning happens outside traditional classrooms, through curiosity, experimentation, and real-world application. Armed with this new understanding, Emily made a decision that terrified and excited her in equal measure. She would educate herself, not through traditional means, but by creating her own curriculum based on how her mind actually worked. She started with one subject that fascinated her, psychology. Using the library's free internet, she devoured online courses from MIT, Stanford, and Harvard. She discovered Khan Academy, TED Talks, and Coursera. Most importantly, she began documenting her journey, turning her coffee shop experiences into real-world psychology experiments. The path wasn't smooth. Emily faced ridicule from former classmates who called her delusional for thinking she could learn without formal education. Her parents, though loving, couldn't understand why she was wasting time on the computer instead of finding a real job. Financial struggles tested her resolve. While studying late into the night, she worked double shifts to pay rent. She survived on ramen noodles and library coffee, often falling asleep at her makeshift desk. There were moments when the weight of exhaustion nearly broke her spirit. The most challenging trial came when she applied to audit classes at the local community college. Professors initially dismissed her, but Emily's persistence and genuine passion for learning eventually won over Dr. James Chen, a psychology professor who became her informal mentor. After 2 years of intensive self-study, Emily faced her greatest fear. Proving her knowledge was legitimate. She decided to take the GED exam and apply to universities as a non-traditional student. The approaching deadlines felt like mounting threats to her unconventional dream. The real challenge wasn't just academic, it was psychological. Years of being told she wasn't smart enough had created deep-seated imposter syndrome. As application deadlines approached, the voice in her head grew louder. Who are you to think you belong in higher education? The rejection letters came like physical blows. Insufficient academic background. Does not meet traditional admission requirements. We cannot verify the credibility of your self-directed studies. 23 rejections in total. Emily sat in her tiny apartment, surrounded by the evidence of her failure, wondering if everyone had been right about her limitations. Her parents gently suggested it was time to be realistic about her future. Even Dr. Rodriguez seemed concerned about Emily's mental health as the rejections mounted. The darkest moment came when Emily received a rejection from her dream school's psychology program. She had specifically crafted her application for their innovative approach to education, only to be dismissed without even an interview. In her moment of deepest despair, Emily remembered something Dr. Rodriguez had told her: sometimes the path chooses you, not the other way around. Instead of mourning her rejections, Emily decided to document her unconventional learning journey online. She started a blog called Learning Without Walls, sharing her self-education methods, book recommendations, and psychology insights. Her authentic voice and unique perspective resonated with thousands of other non-traditional learners worldwide. Within 6 months, her blog gained recognition from educational innovators. Dr. Sarah Williams, a progressive educator at Portland State University, reached out after reading Emily's analysis of learning psychology. She invited Emily to present her self-education methodology at an educational conference. Emily's conference presentation electrified the audience. Her articulation of alternative learning paths, backed by rigorous self-study and real-world application, impressed educators and researchers. Portland State University offered her admission into their innovative adult learning program with a full scholarship. But the real victory came when Harvard's Graduate School of Education contacted her. They wanted to study her self-education methodology as part of their research into alternative pathways to higher learning. Not only did they offer her admission to their doctoral program, but they also provided a research assistantship. 8 years after dropping out of high school, Emily walked across the stage to receive her PhD in educational psychology, specializing in non-traditional learning pathways. Dr. Emily Wilson now runs the Wilson Institute for Alternative Learning, a revolutionary educational organization that has helped over 50,000 non-traditional students find their path to higher education. Her TED Talk, The Dropout Doctorate, has been viewed over 3 million times. Financially, her life transformed completely. From surviving on minimum wage and ramen noodles, Emily now earns multiple 6 figures through her institute, consulting work, and book sales. More importantly, she's provided her parents with the security they never had, purchasing them a home and ensuring their comfortable retirement. Today, Dr. Emily Wilson wakes up each morning in her home library, surrounded by thousands of books she once could only dream of owning. She starts her day not with the anxiety that once consumed her, but with excitement for the students she'll help discover their own unconventional paths. Her parents beam with pride, not just because their daughter holds a doctorate, but because she's living proof that there are many paths to success and fulfillment. The moral: your current circumstances don't define your potential. The system that failed you might not be the only system available. Sometimes the greatest education happens not despite our differences, but because of them. Your mind isn't broken. It might just be the key to breaking barriers for others who learn differently. Remember, every expert was once a beginner, every doctorate was once a dreamer, and every system that exists today was created by someone who dared to think differently. Your unconventional path might not just change your life, it might change the world. Do like, share, and subscribe our channel for more.